In the face of an evolving educational landscape, the City Schools Division of Bacoor stands firm in its commitment to deliver quality, inclusive, and future-ready education, guided by innovation, strengthened by collaboration, and inspired by service. We proudly present the accomplishments of BAKOOD in 2025, a year defined by growth, resilience, and meaningful impact for every Bacooreño learner and educator. Derived from the Filipino word BAKOOD, meaning fence, BAKOOD represents our strengthened goal to intensify programs that serve as a strong barrier against educational challenges. BAKOOD is composed of 14 programs with varied activities, all aimed at improving learners' and teachers' well-being and performance. Under the LUMA, or the Developing Authentic Literacy Engagements through Unified Management of Assessment-Based Teaching, it was found out that students performed well in Makabansa, GMRC, Filipino, and Araling Panlipunan, indicating effective instruction. Since several subjects remain below the 75% proficiency level, improvement efforts should focus on math, science, and English, using successful practices from stronger subjects to guide interventions. Significant improvement is evident in English reading proficiency levels of learners from the beginning to the end of the school year. Numbers in the low and high emerging, developing, transitioning, and frustration categories all decline, while learners at grade level ready and independent reading levels increase, indicating overall progress in reading proficiency. These trends suggest that teaching strategies and interventions have been effective, though continued focus on moving learners from frustration to independent reading can further strengthen literacy outcomes. For Filipino reading proficiency across all grade levels, decreases in low and high emerging categories, and a strong increase in learners at grade level indicate successful development of reading skills. In key stages 2 and 3, learners progress from frustration to independent reading, reflecting increased confidence, engagement, and effective teaching strategies. While most learners reach higher proficiency by year's end, continued support is needed for those who remain at lower levels to sustain and build on these gains. The data indicates highly effective implementation of the ARAL reading program. Across all grade levels, there is a significant reduction in the number of students categorized as emerging or frustration readers. The most key stage with improvements occurred in key stage 2 or grades 4 to 6, particularly in Filipino, where the number of frustration level readers dropped by over 95%. Meanwhile, major improvements in numeracy from the beginning to the end of school year 2024-2025 may also be observed. Initially, many learners across grades 1 to 10 were classified as low or not proficient, with grade 10 showing the greatest challenge. By year's end, the number of highly proficient learners increased across all grades, while not proficient learners declined significantly. These shifts indicate substantial gains in numeracy skills and effective learning progress throughout the school year. Through Gabay Turo, a series of capacity-building activities strengthen instructional leadership and teaching competence. All 212 master teachers and 44 school heads received technical support to enhance instructional supervision, ensuring effective teaching and improved learning outcomes in every school. AKLAT, or the Accessible Knowledge-Based Learning Resources, geared in uplifting academic performance and teachers' competence, focus on expanding access to quality, contextualized learning materials. Numerous learning resources were developed, quality assured, and uploaded to the e-library, resulting in over 54% utilization by teaching personnel and ensuring relevant learner-centered instruction. Through LINGAP, learners were identified, profiled, and enroll through community mapping, early registration, and house-to-house visits. Learners with disabilities receive behavioral and developmental assessments, ensuring inclusive education and access to appropriate support services. Mahusay highlights Bacoor's excellence in academics, research, journalism, sports, and science. Learners and teachers brought pride to the division through awards and victories at regional and national competitions, including Palarong Pambansa and National School Press Conference. Under Inform, or the information nest for organizations relevant means, all public and private schools successfully completed learner data encoding and validation in the LIS and BEIS. Work and financial plans at both schools and division levels were prepared and reviewed, ensuring informed planning and efficient resource management. Meanwhile, symmetry or the synchronized management, monitoring and evaluation towards remarkable yields, strengthened participatory governance with establishment of 3 functional school governance councils in secondary schools, promoting shared leadership and accountability. Through BREED, the Bacoor Research Engagement and Enhancement Docket 2.0, teachers and school leaders actively engage in educational research. Research proposals, completed studies, and conference presentations reinforced a culture of inquiry, innovation, and evidence-based decision-making. Based on the research themes of the Basic Education Research Agenda, or BERA, the utilized researches were 105 in teaching and learning, 16 in governance, 6 in inclusive education, 3 in child protection, 3 in human resource development, 1 in gender and development, and 1 in disaster risk reduction and management, with a total of 135 utilized researches. ASP, or the Accelerating Sustainability on Partnership, mobilized partnerships that generated over 10 million in resources, strengthening Brigada Eskwela, stakeholder engagement, and collaborative development initiatives. Okay Ka Kids, or the R Kids recipients of accident-free, camped, illness-free, and disaster-ready school ensure that learners are healthy, safe, disaster-ready, and well-supported through feeding programs, health services, school repairs, and Wash in Schools program improvements. Further, activities were conducted in the Disaster Risk Reduction and Management and Youth Formation and Development Unit. Pride, or the personal remarkable impact through dynamism and enhancement, celebrated and strengthened the workforce through professional development, recognition, and wellness initiatives such as the World Teachers' Day celebration and Gawad Agimat. The division achieved a 97.75% plantilla fill rate and earned recognition for 2 pillars under the Prime HRM program, affirming excellence in human resource management. BATAS, or the Bacoor Technical Assistance and System in Legal Matters, reinforced child protection and discipline systems through legal guidance and development of the DepEd Bacoor Student Discipline and Conduct Work Instructions Manual, ensuring schools remain safe, fair, and responsive to learners' needs. BILIS, or the Bringing Innovative, Laudable, and Impressive Services, improved systems and services through inventory management, digital instructional materials, financial capacity building, and timely budget submissions, delivering innovative and efficient public service. BAKOOD is a commitment to protect learning, empower educators, and uplift learners. As we move forward, the City Schools Division of Bacoor remains steadfast in building strong foundations, breaking barriers, and shaping futures, because when education is protected, progress is inevitable.